Hi, class. I thought I might want to learn some more about vultures. So I went back to Epic today and I typed in the subject of vultures. And here's a vulture here now. Let's go learn some more about this amazing animal. Vultures belong to a group of birds known as raptors. Old world vultures live in Europe, Asia, and Africa. New World vultures live in the Americas. That's where we live. Today, vultures are the most common kind of New World vultures. Turkey vultures. See, that didn't make sense. I had to go back and reread it. That's what good readers do. Turkey vultures are the most common kind of New World vultures. And this is a turkey vulture here. It has a wrinkly red head, and that makes it recognizable. Remember, this is a caption. It helps us learn when we read nonfiction text. Let's learn some more about vultures now. Look at this funny vulture. It says a vulture's beak is made of keratin, like our human fingernails. So just like your fingernails, that's what its beak right here is made out of. Let's learn more about them. Vultures have feathers everywhere except their faces. Their beaks are hooked. And do you see it, how it hooks down at the end? The most colorful parts of vultures are their heads. Many vultures have red, pink, yellow, white, or black faces. You see that? That one's really colorful and beautiful. Let's see some more. Look at how big these vultures are. Wingspan, how far it is from one wingtip to the other. Put your wings, your arms, out now. Stretch them out. That's a bird's wingspan from one tip of their wing or the tip of your finger to the next. That's how long they are from one end to the other. Let's see how long these Andean condors who live in the Andes Mountains of South America are. The cinereus, try that with me, cinereus vulture is one of the world's largest raptors. It can weigh up to 31 pounds. Hooded vultures are much smaller. They weigh about 3 to 6 pounds. Andean condors have the largest wingspan. Their wings stretch 10.5 feet across. That's twice as tall as Mrs. Elkin's. So from one end of their wing to the next would be twice as long as Mrs. Elkin's body is. That's a big bird, right? Vultures are very long. Let's learn more about them now. Look at this vulture. It says vultures can use their talons to help them land on rocky cliffs. I wonder what talons are. Well, if they're going to land on the cliff, what would you use to hold on? I would use my hands. Looking at this bird, do they have talons or hands? They have talons. Now, what looks like a hand? That must be their talons. Let's see if it's true. New World vultures have shorter legs than Old World vultures. But Old World vultures have sharper claws called talons. That's right. We got it right. These claws are its talons, kind of like our hands. Vultures have good eyesight. They also have an excellent sense of smell. Why do you think vultures might have good eyesight and good smell? Why might that be important for their survival out in nature? Those are good questions, right? Let's learn more. Vultures can smell or see food as they fly high above the ground. Vultures are called scavengers because they eat animals that are already dead. A vulture uses its beak like a knife to cut into meat. Remember what our book said? Vultures like food that reeks. That means it smells bad. Dead animals. It's probably important for them to find their food for it to smell bad. Here's the caption. Scavengers like vultures are nature's way of keeping places clean. Do you see? This dead body will eventually be gone and not be smelly on the forest floor. It will also feed a lot of animals. Better than to waste, right, class? And look at the baby vultures. Do you see how different they look? Chicks. Chicks are baby vultures. So there could be a chicken chick or a vulture chick. Do you see that? That's a baby bird. Let's learn more. Vultures begin their life inside eggs. The mother and father take turns keeping the eggs warm. Chicks come out of the eggs in 30 to 70 days. They fight over food. Young vultures leave the nest after they learn how to fly. Could you imagine after you learned how to walk if mom and dad were like, bye, time to go on your own? Poor birds. Let's learn some more. Look at this big vulture. It says Ruppel's Griffon vultures can live for 40 to 50 years in Africa. So this must be an old world vulture because the new world vultures live in the Americas. Let's read some more. Vultures do not have many predators. Many kinds of vultures can live for 25 years in the wild. A turkey vulture named Toulouse, try it with me, Toulouse, lived at a zoo for more than 40 years. So there we go. And it says predators are animals that kill and eat other animals. But this one does not have many. There's not many animals that will hunt and kill it. Look at these vultures. They look more like the turkey vultures with the hooked nose and red head. Let's see. Vultures search for food in the daytime. So not like bats. Remember, bats were nocturnal. They fly in circles or sit in a tall tree. They group together to tear meat apart. They eat and eat until they are full. It says here that vultures can eat 20% of their body weight in one sitting. So that would be like if Mrs. Elkins ate 25 pounds of food. Could you imagine? That's a lot of food. They should be called pigs, not birds. Next page. Look at this one. Vultures fly high in warm pockets of air called thermals. Look how beautiful it looks as it flies high in the thermal or the sky. Let's read it. Some vultures are common around the world. People can see them in forests or deserts. Other times, people go to zoos to see these bald birds. Bald, so that means they have no feathers on their head. It's not hair because they're birds, right? Birds get feathers. People and mammals get hair or fur. A vulture story. Why is the vulture bald? People in Africa told the story about this. They said long ago an angry god who lived near the sun would not let it rain. So the most beautiful bird in the world flew to the sun. The heat burned the feathers off her head. When the god saw how much she had suffered, he let the rain come down. But the bird, which is the vulture, is bald to this day. Remember when we learned about tails and how they teach a lesson and like why the elephant got the long nose and how the beaver got the flat tail? This is saying that the vulture got the bald head, burning the feathers off in the sun. Don't you just love animal tales? They're so fun. Now, if you wanted to read more, there's more books on vultures, and you can go to this website and do a craft. Let's get out our read and respond. Here's my notebook. Today you had an opportunity to learn about vultures. go to your next open page. I keep a sticky note in it, and that way I can make sure that it is ready to go. And I have my sticky note right here. And I wrote about a cat last time, how to take care of a cat. I wrote, you feed it, you have to love it. You got to give it a lot of pets, else it'll get needy. And you have to take it to the vet regularly. It needs to get its shots just like we do. And of course, I drew a picture of my kitty cat there. Let's go to our next page. Here's mine here. Today you're going to tell me what you learned about vultures. So and when we talk about ourselves, it's a capital. I learned. It already happened, so we put ed. That's a suffix at the end of the verb learn. I learned that the at vultures, that vultures what? What did you learn about vultures? And then you do your best to draw one. I remember it had a hooked beak, a bald, long red head, and it was pretty big, so I'll just do my best. Big wings. I'm not going to fit its talons, but I'm going to color it in now. Make sure you're ready to share in the morning. Bye, firsties. Can't wait to hear what you said about vultures. Remember, you can replay the video if you need to. Bye.